You and I, in my opinion, have to know how to be effective, functional, and hold our defense. Push back under situations of extreme potential embarrassment and revelation, and push back against it without being squeamish, without apologizing for what you're saying, without being humble, meek, and passive. I would not do any of those things. I will come right back at you. I love to face my Mark Levins, my rats in the sewer, my big city cockroaches, and face them mano a mano. Face them, take me to him. Nobody does my fighting for me. If he wants to fight in the gutter, I'll take him out there. If he wants to go down to the sewer, I'll follow him down there. But you can't be squeamish about anything. You have to say what you need to say. You cannot be, now listen very closely to me, you cannot be embarrassed by anything. I'm not embarrassed by anything anybody can say against me. I've heard it before. And I will push back, and I will be memorable. I'm going to give as good as I get, maybe better. I'm determined to do that. But the key is for me, and I'm telling it to you, don't be embarrassable. Don't be embarrassable. If you did it, you did it. If they can prove it, then you're going to have to admit it and push back against it. If you try to justify, deny, or evade, put your head down, break your posture, show humility, you're making a bad mistake. You own it. You say yes to everything. You own everything. That way, I'm invincible. That's my armor. But you have to be set and ready. I will study my opponent and know more about him than he knows about himself. You have to be a good detective, a good Sherlock Holmes, and go after him. I need intel. And I'm only concerned with what I'm going to do to him, not what he's going to do to me. But of course I'm well prepared for him. I'll know him better than he knows himself. I'll have watched him. Say it's a Bill O'Reilly. I'll study O'Reilly. I'll watch his patterns. I'll watch where he's very predictable, where his body language heralds what his words are going to say, or vice versa. Mark Levin, I listen to that gutter rat and know how to fight him in the sewer. But you have to know your man, and you have to know yourself, but most importantly, you have to be in tremendous physical shape, endurance, toughness, game, stamina. You have to be like a pit bull, and as a philosopher, I never quit. Anybody that knows anything about me knows I go for the analysis, and I go for a complete analysis, and I can take my own heat. I can take my own heat. Nobody has to represent me. Nobody has to talk for me. I don't need any entourages. I don't need any prompts. I don't need anything because I'm so well prepared. I'm set and ready for my opponent. Biden must be able to do this. If he cannot, he has to get out. And he doesn't make the decision. That's where people are making a big mistake. His behavior, what he says and does under tough pushback on him, that's what makes the decision. In other words, I don't quit unless I'm forced to quit, unless the evidence, the preponderance of evidence against me demonstrates I have to get out, I lost. And I'm fully prepared to lose. I have nothing invested in winning friends, influencing people, or, most importantly, being liked or being impressive. I have nothing whatsoever concerned with being liked. I don't give a damn whether you like me or you don't like me. The only thing I care about is representing myself as a man in the situation here and now. And if I've done that, I've done all I can. I can live with myself. Win or lose, doesn't matter. But I want my shot at him. I want my shot. Biden has to go out there now. He's cornered. He can't say it. His surrogates can't say it. He's got to go out there and take it back. Win it or lose it. That's the judgment. That's the only judgment that matters, in my opinion. Don't worry about what your opponent's going to do. Don't worry about being intimidated by your opponent. Like in my case, I'm 5'2½". And Big Bill O'Reilly, what happened if I stand up 6'4"? If I was in shape, I'd tell O'Reilly. If I was in shape, punching shape, I'd tell O'Reilly, stand up. Then do it, O'Reilly, stand up. Before he got to his feet, I'd be on him. Physically, I'd be on him. I'd take the first punch and keep on punching. I won't let him get to his feet. If he moves to get up, that's all I need. Same thing with Big Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil claims if I stand... And Dr. Phil's doofus-looking. Dr. Phil is highly kyphotic. Terrible-looking man. But he says if I'll stand up. Stand up, Phil. Stand up, Phil. You won't make it all the way up. That's what I tell him. And back up all the way. And if he curses me, I curse him right. I look for that. Don't you understand? I look for a man to try to humiliate and curse me. That's where I live there. I live there. A man will be a damn fool to try to humiliate and curse me because I live there. That's where I live. I live in that park bench downstairs in New York City on a cold winter night with a hawk blowing through me. I live there. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to walk the streets of broken dreams with the wind blowing through you. The bones hurting. I know what that's like. I live there. Now what are you going to do? What do you got to put up against that, man? Take a walk down the street of broken dreams with me and you'll find out who the hell you are. I'll rip the mask off. I just won't take the mask off of you. I'll rip it off. You put another mask, I'll rip that off too. I'll show you who the hell you are. Right to your face. I don't need any entourage. I don't need anybody else to do it. I'll do it.